So last night should have been all about Kevin Love in Cleveland. I mean, right? An all-star player who missed a quarter of the season with a broken hand, finally returning to the court just in time to bolster a team that is particularly in need of experience and consistency. That's a ready-made grade A storyline if I ever heard one. Except, welcome to Kevin Love's world, because of course on the day he comes back, everyone was talking about everything except Kevin Love. First, there was the coaching storyline with Ty Lue taking a leave of absence and Larry Drew stepping in. No surprise, Larry ran the game pretty much the same way Ty would have, as Larry has stepped into Ty's role before. But it was still jarring to see someone else in Lue's spot on the bench, knowing that Ty was at home trying to manage those symptoms that include chest pains, coughing up blood, sleep deprivation. Oh, and then, of course, there was the matter of the other all-star on Cleveland's roster. You know, that guy. LeBron just manhandled Milwaukee, racking up 40, 12, 10, his third triple-double in 4 games. Did you see this deep three? How about this dunk? Coming up, just listen to Cavs play-by-play man, Fred McLeod.
9 seconds on the shot clock. LeBron against Maker. Inside! Thon met his Maker on a dunk by LeBron James!
Thon met his maker. You know that he was waiting all game to use that line. But the real jaw dropper came in the final 2 minutes as LeBron barreled down the court, just having his way with every person in a Bucks uniform. Possibly one of the popcorn vendors behind the basket, too. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous, right? So, look, what was that about Kevin Love again? Oh, right, he's back. You probably did notice that, actually, because early in the third quarter, this clip of Love went viral. He falls down while shooting a 3 from the corner and starts, swimming backward, maybe? I don't know. After the game, Love said, quote, "I don't know what the hell that was." But certainly social media had some suggestions. Here's CJ Fogler's wrestling referee getting a lot of retweets. Let's just say, hey. You know what didn't get a ton of attention, though? Kevin Love's play. This is despite the fact that Love notched 18 points, 7 rebounds in 25 minutes in his first professional basketball game in 7 weeks. Or that he stretched the floor to allow LeBron to have some of that room that he had in all those highlights we just played. Or, yeah, that he did what he has done so long on this team, which is go to work calmly and professionally, even as that circus rages around him. Kevin Love isn't the NBA's flashiest player. And yeah, sometimes he is upstaged by his own meme. But Love is a presence that the Cavs have badly been missing. Last night showed yet again that they simply cannot advance deep in the playoffs without him. Turns out you don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to be one of the most important. Chauncey, Love coming back at a time where not only do they have all these new players from the trade deadline that he's never played with before, some of them are out hurt, though. Rodney Hood didn't play last night. Larry Nance Jr. didn't play last night. They only got 13 or 14 games left. Can they build chemistry now that he's back?
It's going to be tough. It really is. It's just not enough time. You know, the playoffs are really kind of a couple weeks away. It's going to be tough to do it in the time that they have. However, some of that chemistry is going to have to be built in the playoffs, because now hopefully you got your entire team back, and you're gonna be playing with guys that you haven't played with. You know, so a lot of that's going to be built during the playoffs, to be honest with you, and that's something that we've never really seen.
Right.
But you know, if anybody can do it, I mean, that is LeBron James out there.
It's like say time will tell. You know, you can't really say they can. You can't really say they can't, because they do have the best player in the world. You know, he can do some amazing things that we've seen in the past. But knowing how hard it is and how the level of basketball goes up a notch in the playoffs, we'll have to see. It's a tough task for him.
What is it, guys, as players? Because we all look at y'all, and you've been playing basketball your whole lives, and we think, okay, you generally know how to play in an NBA game. But what is the little chemistry things about knowing where guys like the ball or knowing spots on the floor that make a difference when you haven't played together that much?
I think the biggest thing when you talk about the playoffs is you get to play against one team for 2 weeks, right? So you know every single thing that a guy can do. You know all his deficiencies, all his the things that he do really well. So playing with a guy that you know better than they know, you got to go to some things that, you know, that not in the scouting report. You know, that you got to just make stuff up, and it's tough to do that when you don't know that individual, that player.
And like to piggyback on that, that's doing things that you don't have to say. It's just a look. It's just a look at a player. It's something that you went over at the beginning of the season. Now that you're on the same page with the end of the season, it's just little things like that that you can't teach. You got experience.
Right, and they don't have any of that.
Right.
They don't have any of their looks down. They're just getting their handshakes down. You know, this is the Cavs. They've got very thing.